I'm Tony Provost. I'm from the Boston, Massachusetts area, and I'm going to build funnels for basically persuasion, motivation, selling, closing skills, getting people to understand how to get there in a very simplified form that I don't think is out there in the marketplace at all. The funnel system basically I've been thinking about for the last 4 to 5 months. I think it's probably the most effective way to get your business out there. Especially when you have a system like this that Bryan Dulaney created, because all the research that I did is what they will do for my company, I believe, in 3 or 4 months, I couldn't do in 3 or 4 years. The expertise is just at a level that I don't even probably understand at this point. A lot of it's very, very good, and some of it's so intense that I've got to like dig into it. So we're definitely gonna let them, you got to take that leap of faith and let these guys run with it and do your thing. I love the information. I learned a lot. I love learning, and it was a tremendous amount of information, a tremendous learning curve. I'll probably go back and look at it and read it and see it, and have 1,000 more questions. I know I asked a lot today, but it was fantastic. I think my vision's been pretty clear. I've been wanting to do this training thing for a good 10 or 11 years. I was in the retail side for so long. But I had an opportunity to sell my company last year, and that went real well. So now, with my vision, I think it's going to be phenomenal. I learned something today that, webinars is the way to go. Podcasts, we're gonna kill it. We're gonna work the webinars like there's no tomorrow, and we're gonna work the podcasts and have other offerings. And I learned a tremendous amount with that today. I was way out of my element. I certainly didn't have enough handle on it. And for me to go out and try to figure that all out was just, it was going to be too much. And you got to put your content out there, and you got to work on your business plan. You got to have somebody else that really understands the marketing side of things. It's going to take me too long to get it off the ground. How concerned the other parties were. Bryan Dulaney and his staff. Are they going to really dig in and help my vision get to the next level? Or are we going to structure this thing in a way where he's got skin in the game too, so he's got to put a lot of time and energy up front, and maybe the money is in the long haul, because it's not all about money. It's about creating something that's going to really work for the marketplace, and everybody else is going to get to a point where they really love your content, and then your audience just grows and grows and grows, and that's how everybody gets a little piece of the action. Learning about your content and what you really should be doing out there. Specifically, you have to know your audience and the problems that your audience is having. It made me think differently. I probably wasn't thinking about what's my audience problems. What do they really need to be solved? And that's how we're going to create content going forward. I think that'll tell over time. I think the value is there in the long haul. Today was a tremendous amount of information, like I said up front. But I think I'm going to be able to put the value in 60, 90 days down the road. Let's see what we did. Let's see how this thing all is created, and see if the mindset's the same for everybody 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 90 days from now, and hopefully 9 years from now. I'm looking to create a relationship with a company that wants to grow my company and grow themselves, and then maybe develop into other things as well. Yes, I believe that the experience of the staff, because they've done it so many times, they're not afraid of it. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't know what to do, and I'd probably be afraid of it. I wouldn't take the leap of faith. I think you get a confidence building session with this whole thing, that you realize, this company understands what they need to do, how they need to do it. Now you've got to be able to come up with a phenomenal content, and you got to put a lot of energy in it. It's your company, you got to grow it. They're not going to do it for you. They're going to give you the tools to work with, but you're going to have to put the content out there, and they're going to take this thing to the next level for you. What I thought we would accomplish in 2 years, I think we're going to accomplish in the next 6 months. I guess that's the whole lot. And then once we get the ball rolling, the way I think I'll want to take this thing to never-ending levels in 2 to 3 years, and what you might not be able to think you could ever do, or 5 or 6 or 7 years. So I think that shrinks the time by at least 75, 80%. I think it shrinks 100% of your aggravation. You got to look at your product. If you've got a strong product and you want to get it out there, you got to be all in on this stuff. You can't be half in. I think it's one of the things I always say, you know what, you can't put your toe in the ocean, you got to jump all the way in, take a leap of faith. That's what you're going to have to do with something like this. You just got to go all in and you got to work it, and you got to be able to say, you know what, it's an investment. But the return on your money, you'll probably be able to have the return on your money if you do all the right things within 100 days, 120 days, 150 days, and then it should be all upside. And anyone that understands business, there's not too many businesses you can go into and build in 6 to 8 months and break even, and then turn around and start turning the corner and building a business and building profitability in less than a year. Not too many people can do that in any business.